Lauren Graham says she will always say yes to a Gilmore Girls return, best part one ever had. In a world where the landscape of television is constantly shifting, few shows have left as lasting an impact as Gilmore Girls. The series, which aired from 2000 to 2007 on the WB and later on Netflix, captured the hearts of millions with its quick-witted characters, intricate relationships, and the unique town of Stars Hollow. One of the central figures who brought that world to life was Lauren Graham, who portrayed the beloved Lorelai Gilmore. In a recent interview, Graham opened up about her enduring connection to the character, revealing that she would always say yes to a Gilmore Girls return. It was the best part one ever had, Graham confessed, referencing her role as Lorelai. Her remarks have reignited hope among fans that the iconic show, which returned for a limited revival in 2016, could see another return to the screen. But what makes this potential return so exciting, and why does Graham feel such an unbreakable bond with her character? The impact of Lorelai Gilmore, a character like no other. Lorelai Gilmore was, and still is, one of the most iconic characters in television history. As a sharp-witted, independent woman navigating the challenges of single motherhood, Lorelai's relationship with her daughter Rory, played by Alexis Bledel, formed the emotional core of Gilmore Girls. The show quickly became a beloved staple of early 2000s TV, largely due to the chemistry between Graham and Bledel. Their portrayal of the mother-daughter duo was both heartwarming and humorous, as Lorelai and Rory dealt with everything from their eccentric family dynamics to romantic entanglements and career aspirations. For Lauren Graham, the role of Lorelai was more than just a professional milestone. It was a defining chapter in her acting career. "I will always say yes if they ask me to come back," Graham stated during her interview, a sentiment that resonates with both her fans and her colleagues. The actress has gone on to have a diverse career post-Gilmore Girls, but it is the character of Lorelai that continues to define her. Whether it's her quick delivery of witty one-liners or her constant balancing act between career and motherhood, Graham's portrayal of Lorelai has continued to resonate with fans across the globe. The original run of Gilmore Girls, a cultural phenomenon. When Gilmore Girls first aired, it became an instant hit for the WB network. Its unique combination of humor, heart, and drama set it apart from other television dramas of the time. The characters in Gilmore Girls were multidimensional, with complex personal lives and strong ties to their community, making the show feel both real and aspirational. Lorelai Gilmore's character was introduced as a woman who had distanced herself from her wealthy, controlling parents, Emily and Richard Gilmore, played by Kelly Bishop and Edward Herrmann, respectively. Her decision to raise her daughter, Rory, on her own terms and without the interference of her parents was at the heart of the show. The relationship between Lorelai and Rory was central, as the show explored the evolution of their bond, from the adolescent years of Rory to her entry into adulthood. It was clear that the series was about more than just a mother-daughter relationship. It was about family, ambition, love, and finding one's place in the world. The charm of the show also stemmed from the quirky town of Stars Hollow, where Lorelai and Rory resided. The town's eccentric but lovable residents, including the likes of Luke, Scott Patterson, Suki, Melissa McCarthy, and Kirk Sean Gunn, became beloved by fans, creating a world that felt like home to many. Gilmore Girls was known for its rapid-fire dialogue, pop culture references, and emotional depth, which earned it critical acclaim and a passionate fan base. The 2016 revival, a return to Stars Hollow. In 2016, nearly a decade after the original series ended, Gilmore Girls returned for a revival on Netflix, titled Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. The 4-episode special saw Lorelai and Rory returning to their respective lives, now much older but still grappling with familiar themes like relationships, career decisions, and family dynamics. The revival was met with a mixture of excitement and anticipation from fans. For many, it was the opportunity to see where the characters had ended up after the series finale. However, it also came with the lingering question, was this truly the end of Gilmore Girls? The final episode of the revival left fans on a cliffhanger, with Rory pregnant and unsure of her next steps in life. This open-ended conclusion has only fueled the fire for more content, with fans speculating about the potential for a second revival or even a full new season. For Lauren Graham, the return to the role of Lorelai was bittersweet. "Getting back together with everyone for a year in the life felt like picking up where we left off," she said. "There was such a deep bond between us all. It was like we never left." Her chemistry with Alexis Bledel was as strong as ever, and both actresses seemed to effortlessly slip back into their iconic roles. While A Year in the Life didn't answer all the questions fans had, it reignited the conversation about Gilmore Girls and its future. In fact, Graham's statement that she would always say yes to returning as Lorelai suggests that there might still be more to explore in Stars Hollow, provided the right story comes along. The possibility of a future Gilmore Girls continuation. In her recent interview, Graham didn't mince words when discussing the potential for more Gilmore Girls. "If they ask me to come back, I would say yes," she shared. "I love that world, and I love playing Lorelai. It was the best part one ever had." Graham's words have sparked a renewed interest in the possibility of a new Gilmore Girls season or a continuation of the series. While there's no official word yet from Netflix or the show's creator, Amy Sherman-Palladino, the possibility remains tantalizing. A new season could follow up on the unresolved storylines from A Year in the Life, explore Rory's future as a mother, or delve into Lorelai's continued journey with her in. Fans have long speculated that the next chapter could further explore the character's personal and professional developments. However, several factors complicate this possibility. Many of the original cast members, including Graham, Alexis Bledel, and Scott Patterson, are involved in other projects. The entertainment industry has evolved since the revival, and the challenges of coordinating schedules for such a large ensemble cast could make it difficult to reunite for a new season. Nonetheless, the public's hunger for more Gilmore Girls remains as strong as ever. Gilmore Girls is more than just a TV show, it's a cultural touchstone that continues to influence fans, creators, and writers. The show's message of strong family ties, determination, and the pursuit of happiness has remained relevant throughout the years, and its fan base only continues to grow. Lauren Graham's career after Gilmore Girls. While Gilmore Girls made Lauren Graham a household name, it is far from the only role she has taken on. After the series ended, Graham found success in other television projects, notably in the NBC drama Parenthood. She portrayed Sarah Braverman, a single mother navigating the complexities of raising children while dealing with family issues. The show was another emotional rollercoaster, similar in tone to Gilmore Girls, and Graham's portrayal earned her praise from critics and audiences alike. In addition to television, Graham has appeared in several films, including Bad Santa, Evan Almighty, and The Way Back. She has also written books, including a memoir titled Talking to Myself and a novel Someday, Maybe, which was inspired by her own experiences in the entertainment industry. Despite her successes, Graham has always remained closely associated with the character of Lorelai Gilmore. It is clear from her recent comments that Lorelai still holds a special place in her heart. "It's the best part one ever had," she reiterated during the interview, a statement that speaks volumes about the enduring connection between Graham and the character she portrayed for 7 years. The legacy of Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls continues to be a source of comfort, entertainment, and inspiration for fans. Its mix of humor, heart, and familial love has made it timeless. The relationship between Lorelai and Rory Gilmore is one that resonates with so many people, especially those navigating their own complex family dynamics. And despite the passage of time, Gilmore Girls remains as relevant today as it was during its original run. In recent years, the rise of streaming platforms like Netflix has allowed the show to reach a new generation of fans who may not have experienced it during its original airing. The availability of Gilmore Girls on platforms like Netflix has allowed the show to be discovered by young viewers, further solidifying its place in the cultural landscape. Social media communities continue to thrive, with fans engaging in discussions, theories, and celebrations of the show's most memorable moments. Conclusion: the best part of Lauren Graham's career. Lorelai Gilmore. Lauren Graham's recent comments about Gilmore Girls remind fans just how deeply she cares about the show and the character that made her a star. "It was the best part one ever had," she said of her time on the series. It's clear that, for Graham, Gilmore Girls is more than just a role, it's a cherished part of her life and career. As fans continue to hope for a future Gilmore Girls continuation, Graham's words offer a glimmer of possibility. While the future of Gilmore Girls may still be uncertain, one thing is for sure: the legacy of the show, and the beloved character of Lorelai Gilmore, will continue to live on for years to come. If the opportunity arises, Lauren Graham will always be ready to say yes to returning to Stars Hollow. Let's do a deal. Ukraine's President Zelenskyy says yes to Trump's demands. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy told Reuters on Friday that he hopes to make a deal with President Donald Trump to bring an end to the war with Russia. During his campaign for office, Trump vowed to bring peace to the world, as multiple foreign wars had been pushed during the Biden-Harris administration. In an interview with Reuters, Zelenskyy said he was open to making a deal with the U.S. regarding Trump's request for Ukraine to supply the U.S. with rare earths and other minerals in exchange for continued financial aid. These deposits are priceless, it is huge amounts of money, huge. That's why we need to protect it, Zelenskyy said. If we are talking about a deal, then let's do a deal, we are only for it. The Russia-Ukraine war has lasted more than 2 years, with the Biden-Harris administration providing $175 billion in economic and military aid to Ukraine, but the conflict shows no signs of ending. Last year, Ukraine presented a victory plan, suggesting the idea of allowing allies to invest in its essential minerals, according to Reuters. With Russian occupation controlling less than 20% of Ukraine's mineral resources, including roughly half of its rare earth deposits, Zelenskyy told Reuters that Moscow could potentially strike deals with North Korea and Iran. We need to stop Putin and protect what we have. A very rich Dnipro region, central Ukraine, Zelenskyy told the outlet. Just days after his election, Trump warned Russian President Vladimir Putin not to escalate the war against Ukraine during a phone call, reportedly reminding him of the U.S.'s large presence in Europe. The call with Putin came after a conversation between Trump, Department of Government Efficiency's Elon Musk and Zelenskyy, in which the Ukrainian president reportedly said he left the meeting feeling content. We will protect those trillions. We will prevent Russia from mining the minerals which will later be used to produce technologies for the 3 countries of the axis of evil. The Americans helped the most, and therefore the Americans should earn the most. And in rebuilding Ukraine, they should have this priority. And they will.